Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is another cute card. I've created a little scene using the Darling Donkeys stamp set. I've also used two of my own stencils, one for the clouds and one for the grass. Now, if you want to see how I created each of these, I'll leave links at the top right of the screen to other videos showing you how. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you're interested in reproducing it, take a screenshot so you can refer to it later. My front panel is normal weight Whisper White card. Now we don't actually sell Whisper White anymore. We have something called Basic White, which is a very similar card with a beautiful smooth finish. I'll be using Granny Apple Green ink for the grass and Seaside Spray ink for the sky. I'll be applying the inks using our new blending brushes. I'm using two of the stencils that I've created myself using window sheet or acetate. If you're interested in seeing the videos for these, you can find them under the eye at the top right of the screen. So I'm going to start with the grass and I'm going to place it on my panel. Pick up my ink and just take off some of the excess, and then using a very light pressure, apply the brush to the edge of the stencil. Then I'm going to move my stencil up the panel, pick up some more ink and apply it again. And I'm going to repeat this until I've covered about half the card. Each time I'm using the stencil, I'm moving it along so I get a different shape of grass. My cloud stencil is a square shape and it has 4 different shapes of clouds, one on each side. So I'm going to position the first one down by the grass, pick up my ink, take off the excess, and then with a light pressure and a circular motion apply the ink to the edge of my stencil. Then I'm going to change the shape of my clouds and repeat, and I'll repeat this for the rest of the card. Cleaning the blending brushes is easy. All you need to do is work them on a microfiber cloth until all the ink is gone. Now the brushes will stain, but they will be clean. So you can use different colours with the same brush, although you do get 3 brushes in a pack. This is the Darling Donkeys stamp set. Now I'm going to use all 3 images on my card today and also the Hey There Friend sentiment. I'm using a normal weight Whisper White card again for my inside panel. All the stamping today will be in Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm going to stamp one of the donkeys on the bottom of this panel. The other 2 donkeys will also be stamped on Whisper White card and they'll be cut out by hand later. I'll also stamp the sentiment on this piece. I'm just going to show you how I coloured one of the donkeys because they're all pretty much the same. I used ivory for the inside of the ears, the muzzle and the hooves. You could use petal pink instead. Then I'm going to use light crumb cake all over the rest of the donkey. Now switching to dark crumb cake, I'm going to add a little depth, and I'm adding this to the top of the ears, the base of the hair, all around the face, all around the muzzle, and then around most of the body. Now on the legs I'm adding a little. The back legs get a little bit more colour because they're going to be in shadow. The base of the tail, and then the back end of the donkey. Then I'm not really blending these together, but I am going over all the areas again with the light crumb cake, apart from a little patch on the chest, which will act as a highlight. Then I'm using dark granny apple green for the stem and leaf of the flower, light daffodil delight, and dark daffodil delight for the actual flower head. To cut out the sentiment, I'm using one of the Tasteful Labels dies. I've now coloured all my donkeys, and I've cut out the ones for the front of my card. To make the cutting out easier, I haven't cut around my donkey fully. I haven't cut the pieces between his legs or the piece between his back of his neck and one of his ears. So because he's going to be sat on the grass, all I'm going to do is fill in these areas with light granny apple green. For my other donkey, again, I haven't cut the little pieces between his legs. Now I'm not sure yet where he's going to be standing. He might have sky behind him or clouds. So I'm not going to colour anything just yet until I can see the placement. I've gone ahead and added dimensionals onto the back of my sitting donkey and my sentiment panel. The fence panels were die cut using one of the Birthday Chick dies. Now this set coordinates with the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set, which is in our current mini catalogue, and the dies are only available while supplies last. My card base is in basic black, and this is half a standard sheet of card, scored in the middle and folded to create a portrait card. Then I have my mat for inside the card, my mat for the front of the card, and I'm going to layer this on a mat of Daffodil Delight. You can see here that I'm adding my front panel to the Daffodil Delight mat. Don't do that yet. You want to get to the adding the little fence stage before you add the panel to the Daffodil Delight mat. It's much easier then to trim the fence if you need to. For the birds, I'm using the Beautiful Moments stamp set, but you could use the birds from the High Tide or the Sailing Home stamp set, or any others that you have. And that's it. That's my card complete. Even with a couple of mistakes, it turned out okay. And here's another look at my original card. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.